Hello guys, welcome back to Terraria. EpicAwesomeGamer here, and we're gonna go looking for the Goblin Tinkerer. I tried looking for him a little earlier. I didn't find him. We're gonna see if we can have any luck this time. I did find a new minecart track, but that was over by the underground desert. And yeah, it took me over to another kind of underground world, which is kind of interesting, but not quite what I was looking for. For example, we didn't find the Goblin Tinkerer, so I'm hoping that this time when I go hunting down here, I'll be able to find him. What we're going to be trying to do today is find the Goblin Tinkerer. If we can find him, I did find a cloud in the bottle, so you'll see me doing some double jumps. But if we cannot find him, we are just going to quickly go over and get ready for the Eater of Worlds. We're going to just craft ourselves some worm food. Worm food should give us the opportunity to get a spawn for the Eater of Worlds, so we don't have to break anything. And if we can do that, then we should be able to... This is cool, I don't think I've been up here. Then we should be able to defeat him fairly easily. The reason I want to get... No, I haven't been here. Let me grab that stuff. Nothing really good, but whatever. Stuff is stuff. And we managed to find ourselves a couple of more demon altars, which is cool. So... if I can get Eater of Worlds defeated, or sorry, rather, if I can get the Goblin Tinkerer, then that will give me an opportunity to get some better equipment for taking on Skeletron. Like, for example, I can get different modifiers on my equipment, so I can get things like a demonic or godly Amazon, which would be pretty good. Just gonna see what kind of ore this is. It's just copper. Okay, this is not that great. And what are you? Teal mushroom. I think you are giving me dye to dye clothes and stuff, which is fine, but not quite what I'm looking for. And no, he's not here. Alright, let's just keep looking. I'm not going to spend too much time looking for him. If I can find him, great. If I can't, I'm not going to worry about it. A lot of slimes here. Get some more gel. So yeah, last time we did defeat 2 goblin armies, so I'm hopeful that we can find him around here somewhere. He should be in and around this level. Generally, he won't be that far from your initial spawn, and he shouldn't really be that hard to find. So I'm actually quite surprised I haven't been able to find him yet. So, but it is what it is, so we'll just keep looking until we can find him. So I think that's silver down there, just based on what the metal detector is telling me. But I'm not that interested in it. This is always annoying. You'll find that there be parts of the cavern you cannot put torches down. And the reason for that is because the... Actually, here, let's do that. Forgot to get my little slime buddy coming out. So the reason you can't put it down is because there's actually no wall back there. There's no wall. You won't be able to place a torch on the background. Annoying, yes, but that's the reason for it. Okay, I still can't see him. No idea where he is. Don't really want to go digging through everything. Let me see if I can just quickly launch myself across these. Love the Ivy Whip. It's definitely a huge time saver. Cloud in a Bottle gives me the ability to double jump, which is pretty handy. I'm just going to quickly just take this minecart. I'm going to see if I can find anybody over here. He will be bound, so he's not going to just be loose, just wandering around. He'll actually be tied up, which means we should be able to find him. In theory. Who's that? That's a skeleton. Thought it was somebody interesting. Yeah, the Cloud in the Bottle, very handy. Hey, Mr. Skeleton. Anything interesting? No, just some money. Anybody? Get rid of these cobwebs, anything? Anybody over here? More skeletons. We'll give our little buddy a hand there. Anything over here? Haven't been down here before, but doesn't look like anything there. I'm actually quite surprised I haven't been able to find him yet. Like I said, he usually is pretty easy to spot after you defeat the Goblin Army, and we've defeated the Goblin Army twice. So, it's a little perplexing that I can't find him. But hey, you know what? To be fair, I've had a lot of really good luck in this game thus far. So if I can't find him right now, that doesn't mean that he's not around. It just means I don't know where he is. Now I know I've been here before, so... Okay, can I get up there? No, but I can get there. How about here? There. Anything over here? Okay, we're not going to waste too much more time. If we can't find him, we're just going to go call it a day. And go back. And I think that's what we're going to do, guys. If I'm going to find him, I'll find him separately. What I want to do now is I actually want to get some of this crafting items. I want to get some worm food made up. And to make worm food, you need 2 ingredients. You need rotten chunks and... Actually, I don't think I need 10 rotten chunks. Maybe it's only 1. I don't know. We'll soon see. Night vision helmet, a hook, blink root. I'm going to quickly just deposit some of these things. And then we will go forth and make some of this lovely worm food. And to make the worm food, we do need to make some vile powder. I think it's... Oops. No, I didn't want to loot everything. This is my potion ingredients. Okay. Push the wrong button. Oops. Not you. Your potions, not you. Glowing mushrooms. Rope I want to sell. Cobwebs. So we do want to take the vile mushrooms. Deathweed can go in there. This other stuff, yeah, we'll deal with that separately. And a bunch of glow sticks, that's fine. The main things that we're going to be looking for, the rotten chunks and the vile mushrooms, specifically the vile mushrooms. We're going to go over to our table with a placed bottle, and we're going to make some vile powder. I believe I need 30 vile powder and 1 or 10 rotten chunks. Let me make just nice even 50 vile powder. We'll put the rest of the vile mushrooms back. So those are the two things. Let me quickly just go put these potions away, and we should be okay. Put that, oops, wrong chest. Can I quick stack those? Yes. And then I don't need a hook anymore because I actually have hooks that I had used previously. Actually, no, I don't need hooks at all. I do want to quickly grab some healing potions. Always a good idea to have about 10 healing potions on hand. Can I quick stack that stuff? I can. The vile powder I do need, and I'd put my rotten chunks back. That's fine. Let's just grab all of them. Who cares? Equipables. You know what? I don't know about this night vision helmet, so I am going to put it there. Technically it is an equipable, so I guess that's fine. The rope. You know what? I'd love to sell the rope, but I'm kind of in a hurry, so I'm not going to bother with that. Let's go down over to our friendly local demon altar, and let's quickly craft this stuff. And once we have the worm food crafted, we will quickly run over to the west, down over this way, because I did spend a bit of time off camera creating a platform in the corruption where I can actually take on the Eater of Worlds. And there we go, worm food. So we needed 30 vile powder and 15 rotten chunks. So not the 1 and the 10 that I originally thought. So this is actually pretty good. So cool. Got the worm food. Let's zip back. I'm just going to quickly put the other stuff back because I really don't need the rotten chunks. Actually, that's a craftable item, and I am going to put that there. And in here, summoning items, the vile powder, I don't plan on spreading the corruption, so I'm just going to put that there. And the rope, because we're already back, let's go find our friendly neighborhood merchant. You can see I've put a couple of things around the house as well. I'm not going to spend any time on that because it's not really that important. And then I'll quickly get out of the house here, mount my bunny, and run on over to the corruption. I'll see you in a sec. And we are set for the Eater of Worlds. This is a quick little arena that I set up. Nothing too outlandish. Pretty straightforward. We're just going to run back and forth, and we're going to see what we can do in terms of taking on the Eater of Worlds. So let's get started. We're going to first of all switch over to our yo-yo because again I absolutely love this weapon. The things are pretty high. I've got walls on one side. We do have some open space on the other, but I think that this should be in general fine for what we need. I did not create a campfire, so I think I might actually fix that and do that right now because that will help with a little bit of regen. I'll just put it right here, and that should be fine. I could have brought a couple of banners as well to help with some of these monsters that are here, but I honestly don't care that much. I have a couple of healing potions, at least I think I do. I do not. No, there they are, 10 healing potions. So let's just do it. Let's go. Eater of Worlds. Come on, let's do this. This is going to take a while because, as you can see, he's got lots of different segments. He is very, very powerful. Each segment that we break, he's going to break into those little pieces. We're going to quickly just drop down here. We're going to switch weapons. There, we've taken his head off. Let's see what we can do to take off some of his tail segments. Just keep attacking here. So as we break different pieces, he's actually going to break into smaller segments. So as you can see here, he's already broken into like 3. So Blade of Grass, very powerful here. We softened him up with the yo-yo, and that counter weight that we had was really quite useful as well. But, I mean, let's be honest, just getting this guy down into these smaller segments, the wide arc of the Blade of Grass is really going to be quite helpful in taking on this particular boss. So, and the good news is, as we defeat him and as we're attacking, he is dropping hearts as well, so we don't even have to worry about the healing potions. There we go. We defeated the Eater of Worlds without even using a single healing potion. Unbelievable. And considering how much trouble we had with the Queen Bee, this is actually quite surprising. Now, here comes the somewhat bad news. We still need to come back here and break a couple of shadow orbs. And the reason for that is we've only broken one, and while we broke that one shadow orb, we did not get a gun. The flare gun, if you remember, that I got earlier on, isn't enough to get the so get some demonite ore and some shadow scales. The shadow scales is really what I was looking for. We didn't get enough. The flare gun isn't enough to get the arms dealer to come in. So without him, we won't actually be able to summon anything. As far as the arms dealer is concerned, we need an actual gun. One of the easiest ways to get the gun is to break some shadow orbs, because you can actually get it from the shadow orbs. I want a nightmare pickaxe. This is my #1 item that I need to get. I will also get the Light's Bane, because this is one of the other ones that I will need for one of the ultimate swords. So I'm going to grab that. This kind of complements the Blade of Grass. Blade of Grass is much better in terms of damage. So you can see here the Light's Bane is 17 melee damage, Light's Bane is 28. I don't need the Breaker, which is like a hammer. I have this Hamax, which is an axe and a hammer that I made from some meteor fragments. The Malaise is a yo-yo that you can get as well, but you can see here 16 melee damage. My Amazon has 20 damage, so there's no sense in that. Amethyst Hook is just another type of hook. I've already got the Ivy Whip, which I think is much better. I'm not going to bother with that. The Shadow Armor, I have the Ancient Shadow Armor. I'll stick with the Ancient stuff, because that way I don't have to waste any stuff there. Demon Bow, I think I've already actually crafted it. Actually, to be honest with you, I honestly think I did craft a Light's Bane before. Let me just double check, because I've got my weapons down here. This one. And yeah, I did. So I actually crafted another Light's Bane for no particular reason, but I guess we're going to end up using it to sell, which is fine. Let me just quickly stack some stuff that we don't need. Lesser healing potions. Surprise, surprise, we didn't actually need. So let me just quickly stack this stuff. Anything here that I need? No. So yeah, that was actually pretty straightforward. So that actually worked pretty good for us. in all honesty, which makes me pretty happy that we didn't have to waste any serious time. So I think, guys, what I'm going to do next is I am going to spend some time going back to the corruption there. I'm going to break a few more shadow orbs, which will probably generate more events, like getting another meteor coming down, and probably another goblin army attack. And I'm still actually quite shocked that I have not found the goblin tinkerer yet. So I'm probably going to spend a little more time off camera looking for him as well. And then, because I'm probably going to have to break at least 1 or 2 more shadow orbs, what I think I'm going to end up doing is fighting him again, I got some sticky dynamite, and I'm going to grab some of these sticky bombs. Probably going to have to fight the Eater of Worlds again. I'm not going to record that one because we've just defeated him here, but likely in the next video, because, well, let's be honest, that was relatively unchallenging. I think the next step is Skeletron, and given that we've got a bunch of weapons from the goblin army, like the spiky balls, I think we should be able to quickly take on the we should be able to easily take on the Skeletron without too much issue. Then we can spend some time going through the dungeon, getting some other stuff, and then we can start our preparation for the Wall of Flesh. And that's when the real fun begins. So, of course, before I do that, I do want to get this arms dealer. So, as you can see, I'm going to be running back to the corruption. We'll just do one quick thing in the corruption to see if we can break an orb. Now, I don't think this is where I was before. I guess, yeah, this will work. Bunny is great because, again, I can drop straight down without having to worry about anything with fall damage and whatnot. I don't think I can destroy these demon altars, so I'm going to just try dropping a bomb quickly in here. So let me do a stick of sticky dynamite first, because it does a much bigger range of damage. And a lot more damage there. Hopeful. Haven't quite destroyed it. That's fine. Because I do have the Nightmare Pickaxe, I believe I can actually just hit the... Oh no, I can't. Can I do it with the Amex? I can. So an unpleasant ball of hurt, which is not bad. Actually, before, it's not what I'm looking for. This is a flail. The flails are not that great. Not one of my favorite weapons. These are kind of like the predecessors to the yo-yos. Not bad, not the best. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly zip back, and the reason for that is I do actually want to take my bed with me, because I think what I'm going to do, I have a bunch of wood. I'm probably going to grab a bit more wood. But what I do want to do is actually set up a house just outside the corruption. And the reason for that is I want to break another shadow orb, and I'm going to keep breaking shadow orbs until I can get them. Now that I have a Nightmare Pickaxe, I can actually just mine my way to these shadow orbs. But if I set up a house and set up a spawn point just outside the corruption, right by where I made that little arena, then I can actually use that to warp to with my magic mirror, so that I can just break stuff down below in the corruption, but then warp back and fight in the arena that I've already set up, as opposed to anything else. Because as you remember, 3 shadow orbs and the Eater of Worlds comes back. So don't want to do that. So instead, I'm going to do that little strategy with the house and just spawn back. We'll be doing a similar strategy with Skeletron as well, so we might as well just take advantage of it now. So I'm going to end the video here. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please like, favorite, subscribe. If you have suggestions for other games you'd like to see me play, by all means, let me know. Likely what I'm going to end up doing is going after Planetary Annihilation Titans, and I'll probably do a quick Terraria boss battles series as well, where I'll take on each boss individually with a variety of different weapons and strategies, and what I think would be some of the best ways to attack these bosses. But as you've seen, I mean, once you've got something, if you can make your way to the jungle, spoiler alert, if you can make it to the jungle, you can easily defeat pretty much everybody without too much hassle. So yeah, that would kind of be the suggestion that I have. Get yourself over to the jungle, get what you can as soon as you can, as far as spores and everything else are concerned. Easier said than done, I realize, but nonetheless, if you can do it, much better chance of defeating majority of these bosses with very little issue. So, okay. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video here. As always, stay safe, and I will talk to you later.